What's up, guys? It's Scion. We're back, and we're gonna be taking a look at Kritika Online today. First off, I gotta say that this is a sponsored video by Nmass and Kritika. We're gonna be just having some fun with it. We're gonna look at different aspects of the game, and this you should play it, and how much fun you should have. Now, you guys know that I've been playing this game for a long time in Korea. I have a lot of videos up. I'm pretty sure I was one of the first people actually throwing videos up on it, but we're gonna get in there. We got this character right there. You know Dawn Strike. I had to remake her from my Korean version. There she is right there. We're going to character creation really quick so I can show you character creation.
I am a warrior. Smash things
Yeah, we don't need you talking all that way, but they're gonna talk anyway. So pretty much you have right here, you have warrior,
I am a
you have rogue,
Abelard's machination.
you have a gun mage, which I think for my male character I'm gonna be a gun mage because he's pretty cool. And we have reaper.
I was summoned from
Now, character creation is okay as followed. You know, it's not Black Desert level, but it's still fun. And overall, you can customize stuff according to color and things like that. So you can be any color. Actually, let's just random it up. Random it up is a whole lot easier. I like the fact that you can, because I am black. So being a black person is good to be able to be a black person in this game. You cannot mix and match the characters themselves pretty much, but you can change the colors on them and change the skin color, so that's always good. But let's go in and show each one. Show rogue.
Abelard.
Alright, let's random that up. Pretty cool, right? And then the in-game character customization, pretty much with the clothing and everything, is pretty cool. It has some good outfits, and they have some good intro outfits on there. So pretty much, there's a few outfits that kind of look like his baseline, but there's some other stuff like school. Of course, they gotta have the schoolgirl and the school kid outfit and stuff like that, and more urban hip outfit, which is also pretty cool. And the Reaper, which is almost everybody's favorite for obvious reasons. Alright, bring her in. You can get pretty sexy with her too. Different hair, stuff like that. So we're gonna go into the game. I'm gonna skip a little bit of ahead because you don't need to see the intro stuff, and then you're gonna start seeing the gameplay from probably like a level 10, level 9, level 10 aspect. Now, something that you're greeted with as soon as you come into the game is the daily events. I did want to show you guys this. It pretty much shows you all the stuff that's up. If you have anything that you would like to do or that the game would like you to do, like you see, you have open beta events right here, which will just actually pop up outside of the screen and bring you into this point in the game, and then you can just basically look around and see what you need to do. Like, you know, you get a title at 15. You get white starter wings outfit, and then, you know, level 65 you get special emblems. So I'm going to be working at this. This is just all stuff that I'm going to be doing personally, and you definitely want to get in there and actually try it out. The link's going to be in the description, so you don't really need to have to worry about all that. But let's get back into the game. You will also notice that when you head over right here, it'll show you the rewards that you get individually. Right here, it pretty much, you know, goes all in for you. So now is definitely the time that you would want to get into this game and play and get all these rewards and, you know, level up. I'm definitely going to be doing it. So let me check in right now. I started officially the 1st, and this is what I'm getting as a check-in. One day officially started off right there. It did start on the 27th, but I didn't have any time until right now. And you had the daily PvP event, which I am going to actually try to do the PvP and see how it's going to be, because it was a little bit hard to do that in Korea, and you pretty much didn't want to do that. So starting out after you, as soon as you get out of that little intro thing, I didn't want to show just the little intro thing because you guys have probably already seen that enough by now. And you hear officially now, there's a lot of games that don't put actual voice acting in, like male, like English voice acting. They'll leave the titles in, and they did it right. They did it right, because we had a few games like Revelation Online. Just saying, they just left it not even really English, or just I don't know who the voice actors they got in that game. But then some stuff is just still not even translated, and I'm like, you had like 2 years. But we're not gonna talk about that. They did a good job with this. This is a total good job, and you see that this is a not arena. I'm sorry. this is a dungeon runner. It is a dungeon grind type of game. You go in and you do dungeons, and sometimes you get the same dungeons over again, and then once you're done with all the dungeons in the area, pretty much like Dragon Nest and Dragon Fighter and all those games like that, and even Vindictus. If you guys are used to Vindictus, you just pretty much doing it, and then you get harder versions of those dungeons, and then you just move on to the next area. Your character gains power and gets stronger, and you just have fun overall. Now, the key in this game to me, which is something which I don't really think that they say enough, is the combat in this game. The combat in this game is fun as hell. I like the ability to be able to combo break, to be able to animation cancel. That is the most fun. Any game that you can animation cancel just opens up the combat, and you can do that in this game. So we're going to go into a dungeon right now, and I'm going to actually show you. Alright, so I don't want to do anything easy. But you do see right here where you can just go in and it'll basically tell you where your quest at, or if you want to go in to do that, you definitely can. You can if you want to. But me, you have allocated, yes. Oh, okay. That's all fine. I don't care about my skill points right now. I'll show that in a bit. I'm just really want to get in there and show you guys the combat. Even at this level, pretty much the combat's there. Alright, so the cool thing about this game is that you can pretty much cancel off of any attack. So you can go in, like I'll come in, bring these guys in, and immediately off that, like they don't have a lot of life, but you can actually sweep them. So what I usually do is I do like 2 attacks, and then have the character pop in there, if they can be popped in the air, because some characters have super armor or they have a state where they can't be popped and you can't drag them. You also have skills which, if you don't use them correctly, they'll plainly stop your combo, and you don't want that to happen. So what you mainly want to do, see how they're popped in the air like that, and they're just done, just like that. It's pretty much which, if you want to just get through waves and waves of enemies, you got wrecked. If you want to get through waves and waves of enemies, this is pretty much what you want to do. Now, there's going to be cases where you're having like a nice infinity combo, which you can infinity combo sometimes. Like, she does a good job of being able to do so. But what you want to do is, as soon as you feel that you're about to be hit, you can just do a shift and you can get away from it. Alright, so we're just going to go in and we're going to get rid of all these trash mobs so we can just have some fun. Once you get used to once you get used to all the combos and what each individual skill, it just gets even more fun. And you can pretty much animation cancel, which you see what I'm doing right now. I'm stopping the animations and keeping going. You just need to know where to press the button to stop the animation. Sometimes you can have skills like the 4 skill right here. If you let it go too far, she gets stuck and bringing back her scythe, and you can't get that animation canceled. You can't even stop it. But if you do this, see how I stopped it right there? That's what's the animation cancel right there. And once you get used to that, the game just becomes all the more fun. Alright, so let's go over here. Bring them together. And they're out of there. Now the newer characters like Noble Arena and the monk character that is not announced right now in this game, those characters are sick. Like, as soon as they get into the game, you're gonna have a whole ton of more fun messing around with them. Alright. Hey, big boy. Alright, so you just pretty much caught my ender out of nowhere by mistake. That's fine. Alright, so now I have him popped. Now he's screwed now. But I dropped him by mistake because my timing was off. So that will happen to you. And again, my timing was off, so I dropped him. Pretty much like if you ever played Tekken before, or Injustice, or Street Fighter, those games like that. Then you get that slow-mo finish. Get wrecked. Any of those games like that, if you're used to fighting games, then you'll be used to this. So remember that this is a dungeon grinder, so, you know, like, don't be expecting World of Warcraft and stuff like that, because that's not this game. That's not what makes this game fun. But if you're used to games like this with Dragon Nest, and stuff like that, just having fun and doing combos and just enjoying the story for what it is, then you'll have fun doing this. Alright, so pretty much assassin. She's a cutie like that. Who has access to a new town hub? So one next video I'm actually going to be showing my change over from either Vamp or Valkyrie. I'm trying to think about which one I want to do.
Blood. I can absorb blood from an enemy and store the power to release it in extremely damaging attacks. I don't use mana, but as long as there are enemies, there's blood to fuel my skills.
So she pretty much turns into a vampire.
Chain stance for enemies at a distance. My expertise with these stances means an enemy is never out of my deadly reach.
Alright, so her voice overall in this is a little bit low, but I probably am going to go with Valkyrie at 10, and I'm going to do a video for that because Valkyrie was always more fun. Valkyrie is always more fun, so we definitely gonna. I'm probably gonna go for that. I'm not gonna do Vamp. I believe Vamp was never fun for me. All right, so we get to come in here and pick. All right, so you see, basically, I can have. I can go after more. There's another quest for me to do in here because the grid is the actual gold. So you see. Runaway presence and pick these. I have to go back in if I want to go back in, or I can just head to the next area. But I'm going to wrap this video for right now because we're going to go into a little bit more a little bit later on. I wanted to do the same video, but I was like, nah, it's going to be too much. So just look at all these different places, items. Gear accordingly, you know what you're used to. You have white, green, blue, and then purple is epic. Sometimes you have to identify gear, as you can see right here. So I'm going to put this on because it's a green, and this is also a green. We're going to put that on, and this is a green too. So we're going to put that on. This increase stats. Just put all the green gear on. So my combat rating is now 247. My survival rating is 671. And you see right, the rating reflects your defense, crit damage reduction, resistance, all that. But the better you are attacking, the less this actually means. This is just like extra stuff that's on top of everything. So you just want to be good at fighting and everything. So definitely try to learn how to fight with your character, learn how to move out of attacks, learn to not stand in circles where you see circles at, because that happens in this game, telegraphing. But you see this overhaul, there's titles and titles and emblems right here. You pretty much get titles for doing different things, and the titles give you stats. It's always good for you to actually pay attention to those things. Your costumes, as you show here, you get a lot of costume slots. You don't even have to open them. This game does a good job of giving you space without having to actually pay for it. Like you get space. Now you can expand. You see, like it's based off a certain EMP. You get EMP as you level and do things, so you can expand out. But you really shouldn't be holding that much stuff. It's not like you have to really do all that much trade skill in this game, so you shouldn't be holding on to this stuff. So as soon as my inventory starts getting full, I just start deleting things. And you do actually have a bank in this game, so I can never actually see a point of really needing to expand stuff unless you're just lazy. That's just for lazy people. Alright, so you see you can actually have a pet, and the pet gains EXP. You put it right here. You can feed it, and then there's crafting for it as well. You have devotion, which you see right here. It pretty much changes up things a little bit. You see the stats that you get for being a devotion, but I don't have a character that's that high right now, so I can't really show you that. Your quest log is pretty powerful. The quest is not really anything that much that I need to say about that. Now your skill system is pretty simple, but it gets more in depth later on. You need to start paying attention to the skills that you use more. When you start using certain skills more and don't use other skills, you either take them off your bar or just don't use them, and you don't level them unless you feel the need that you want to level them. Also read what each one does. Like if you go in, it'll tell you, and then it gives you the stats, so you can decide if you actually really want to use this. Like you see this skill right here I don't really use, so I wouldn't be putting that many points into that. But these four, these are like one of my bread and butter for what I swap back and forth with. But I also use this one because it's such a long attack that it draws out stuff. So you definitely want to actually pay attention when it comes to leveling your skills. So I do want to put, no, I didn't want to do that. I do want to put points into that, and that's as much points as they're going to allow me to put into that. I do actually use this one. This is the wave. When they actually drag a character in, and let's put some points into that, some points into that, and that. And then I worry about my overall comp. Like, this is just like just my overall base combo. I don't really care about that, but we're gonna just hit apply. Now all my skills are done, and then I worry about that later. This is kind of like last. Alright, so I showed you titles. This is your friends. You see right here, so pretty much your friends management, the gift store, and then the friends list. You have your world map, which pretty much is going to show you where you can travel. You can just, if you don't want to actually walk to the zone, you can just teleport there. You have your mailbox, which I don't have anything in there. You have party search for when you want to join up with people. You have the auction house where you find cool stuff, but you see you have to be a certain level for that. Oops. You have guilds, so when you want to join with a guild and actually, you know, have some friends to play with, it's always good. You have delivery boxes, basically where if you buy things in the end game shop, that's where it's going. And then you have PvP. And you see base classes can't do that. I'm in my base class. I haven't chose Valkyrie or Vamp yet, so I cannot do that yet. But that's about it. So I do appreciate everybody watching. Remember, again, I'm going to say it again, that this is a sponsored video by Master Kritika, and I'm very thankful for them allowing me to actually do this with this game and give you keys later on, as you're probably going to see me with a live stream with it. But remember, everybody who is a Twitch sub automatically gets keys to this game. Everybody else is then going to be put into a raffle, and then we'll just figure out from there who gets it. But other than that, you guys be legendary. Get in this game. The link is going to be in the description, and let's just have some fun. Peace.